Hi everyone, I'm back with another one. Please excuse my voice because I've been battling with COVID for the past week or so. What I wanted to show you today though, let me go into solid mode. Really, the idea was to show you how to model this part, this front part, this sort of tricky part. I got this from these references that I found on the internet. I don't really have orthographic references for proper modeling. However, after a lot of trial and error, I figured it out and I wanted to show you. All right. Only afterwards, I added the cushion and the threads and so on. But ideally or really, I wanted to show you this front part here. All right. So let's get started. I tried a few times, you could see. So let's go again. Let me show you. All right. So first of all, we're gonna add a round cube. If you don't see this, it would be in your press F4 preferences in the add-ons. Just enable extra mesh, extra objects. All right, just enable that. You'll see the round cube. Now change it to quad sphere. All right, and give it about six arcs here. All right, so press top for seven for top view, tab into edit mode, alt A to select all, and make sure you're in X-ray view, and just box select that half, the X, delete. We want to squish this to the 3D cursor, so shift this to the 3D cursor, A, S, Y, 0, enter. Press 1 for front view. All right, alt left click on the edge, that alter edge, X to delete. Alt left click on it and let's scale just a bit. All right, now let's change this back to bounded box. And what we're going to do, we're going to straighten these two edges here without affecting the outer edge. So just select this one and control select that one, SX0, enter. We want to snap it now to match the edge. So make sure you have vertex snapping enabled. GX, hold control and hover the mouse there. Click, hold control, click again, SX0, enter. GX, hold control and snap there. All right, now let's mirror this on the other side. Box select that, X, delete vertices. All right, let's add a mirror modifier. Enable clipping. All right, if you find I'm going pretty quickly, it's because I really don't want to take too long, and I'm really fighting just to give you all something that you could use. All right, so enable wireframe. If you don't have this as a shortcut as yet, make sure you select it from here. Just right click and add to quick favorites. All right, so enable wireframe, alt A to deselect. In object mode, we're going to add a cylinder now. Cylinder. All right, make sure it's 8 vertices. Enter. Just scale it up a little bit like that. All right, and the reason why we enabled wireframe is so that when we tab into edit mode and press S to scale, we don't want to scale on the Z, so S shift Z and just scale it in, and you want to line it up right to that line there. All right, so that line there, that's why we enabled wireframe. All right, now select the circle, tab into edit mode, alt left click on the middle, press 7 for top view, and we're gonna pull this out to line up with the cylinder. So GY, and don't snap, just eyeball it, hold shift for fine increments, right, and just snap, not snap, but line it up there. We want another one to line up with this edge, so we don't have it, we have to create that. Control R, left click, right click, 7 for top view, again press G and just move it here. Let's zoom in and press G and just line it up about there. All right, so what we should have, if we turn off the cylinder, this is what we should have so far. All right, let's enable the y-axis and you'll see what I'm about to do now. I'll explain. So let's apply this modifier for now. Alt Z to come out of X review. So what we want is this circle, this cylinder in the middle here. Let me explain. If I enable the reference, I want to create this inner circle here and connect the edges to that. So, all right, so you'll see what I'm going to do. tab into edit mode, press 1 for front view, Alt Z, I always forget that for X-ray, and box select that middle there. All right, so we get all that's center, those center vertices. Shift D, right click P, separate by selection. Now I'm going to re-enable this and rename it a guide, and left click and select that, and now tab into edit mode and press 7 for top view. The reason why we did that so that we could see what we are doing with this guide. So press L to select the guide, 7 for top view, again S, Shift Z, and we just scale it about there. All right, so what's happening here is we're giving it the sort of the thickness. All right, so I scaled in that cylinder, this circle. All right, not this this cylinder that runs down the middle. You'll see what I mean. This is just the outer edge that we're creating here to connect the faces. All right, so see that we created that inner section. Now we can delete those back vertices. So press 7 for top view, Alt Z, and just delete these vertices there. Actually the outer one, all right, not the inner one just yet. X, delete. All right, and this here, you'll notice again with the reference that it stops just about here. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to separate these back vertices, these back faces here. Control plus. All right, make sure you press 3 for face mode, and just press P, separate that. Rename this like to the back, and just hide that for now. All right, so what we want is just this front part for now. All right, we're going to create the thickness in a while. All right, so we're going to do this one at a time, where we're going to focus on the top, then focus on the bottom, and then the back. All right, so we have the top so far, and now let's focus on the bottom part. All right, so to get that bottom part, what we will do is separate that. You'll notice it's not exactly half. Let me show you one of the other references. It's not exactly half the circle. It's just below half. So you want to cut it somewhere around there. All right, so tab into edit mode, Alt Z, and again, we're not going to interfere with these outer vertices. So just select these middle ones, SZ0, enter, and press GZ, hold control and snap there. All right, so now select that. All right, and press separate that. So press P, separate by selection. So now we have named that bottom. All right, so now we have this bottom piece here. All right, and let's flip this around, because remember we want that at the bottom here. So you're going to flip it around. So RZ 180. All right, so we have that there so far. Let's also remove this lower part of the guide. All right, so just remove that, X, delete that. The reason why when we go into X-ray and we see it looking funny like that is because the normals are reversed. Again, make sure you have this as a shortcut, face orientation. Just right click and add to favorites. All right, I have it as Q. All right, so select that bottom part, A, Shift N, and in the operator menu, just click inside. All right. All right, so far so good. Let's turn off face orientation. All right, so we have the front part. Let's create now the thickness, so that we can and then we'll face everything up. So here's what we will do. Let's hide this for now, this bottom part. Let's work on this top part here. You know what? Alt Z to box select those, and shift box select those on the right side too. All right, and press Shift D, GY, and line it up just about here. Not exactly with that vertex here. All right, but just before that, just about there. All right, and we want to connect this. Now if it is I try to do that here, all right, by selecting that, I need, even if I shift select this, tab into edit mode, select that, shift select that, and try to connect that, it would not connect because they are not one object. So with both of them selected, Control G, make sure they're one object. All right, and now I could be able to right click and bridge. All right, I should do the same thing for the other side. All right, make sure I have X-ray enable, select that, shift select, right click, bridge. All right, now would be a good time to check the orientation again. All right, so far so good. Let's turn off face orientation. All right, and let's enable the bottom. Let's see what's happening there. Let's see what's happening with the back. All right, so this back is all the way down here. Let's just delete this half. All right, so press 1. Let's delete X, delete. All right, so that back, you know, we could probably, let's leave that for now. Or should we? All right, so here what we will do. We want to line this bottom part with the back. I'm going to say line it up. So shift click on that, tab into edit mode. The reason why we shift click is so that when we press Control 7, we'll be also be able to see that part. 7 for top view and Control 7 for bottom view. So that's what we are doing there. All right. So with this selected, all right, make sure we're in X-ray. Select that, select that, select that. And what we're going to do is line it up to there. All right. So G, Y, and just line it up. Just eyeball it. GY just about there. All right. All right. And now with this other front part here, here's what we're going to do. With this top part, remember there's a nice little curvature here. So that's what we're going to do, create now, so that when we subdivide, we will get a nice smooth curvature. So in edge mode, left click, make sure this is selected, left click, Control left click, and top 7 for top view, or we don't have to go in top view, but we're going to slide, double tap G and slide it to type 0.3, enter. Let's do the same thing for this bottom part. Select that, tab into edit mode, left click, Control left click, double tap G, same thing, 0.3, enter. Now we want that on both sides, so let's mirror the two. So click on this one, Alt Z, delete those half, do the same thing here, Alt Z, Alt Z, delete that half. All right, and add a mirror modifier here, enable clipping. All right, we could apply it and do the same thing here, add a mirror modifier, enable clipping, and we could apply it. All right, so they both lined up. So far so good. All right, let's turn off the back and see what we have there thus far. All right, so now will be a good time to check the orientation again, and let's fix this for now. So this back piece here, we're going to make this flip these faces. So make sure this is selected, and in face mode, tab in, select that, Control Shift, select that, and see, let's get all. Same thing here. All right, Shift N, calculate inside. All right, let's do the same thing for these inner parts. All right, Control Shift and then Control Shift, Control Shift, Control Shift, Control Shift click, Control Shift N, calculate inside. All right, what we're going to do now is let's come out of face orientation. Let's see if we can give this some thickness. All right, so in add modifier, solidify. Let's give this some extra even thickness is on. Let's give this about, let's see, 0.08. And we could apply this modifier. All right, let's check the orientation. That's fine. All right, so in this case here, let's now adjust this to match here. All right, let me just select this alone. All right, and select this, everything there. All right, 7 for top view. And let's line this up now. Let's to match that GY about there. All right. All right. So we have that line up. Now we're going to face it up. So press slash for local view and tap into edit mode. And let's now face this up. Click on these two vertices, press F to create a join the edges there. Press F again and press F one more time. And select these two vertices here. F, 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 all the way down till here. And then select these two vertices here. Press F, F, F. And then select these two vertices here. Press F and go all the way till reach here. Then select these two vertices, F, F. Just to be sure, press A, M, merge by distance. All right, so far so good. Let's press slash to come out of local view. All right. Again, let's check the orientation of everything. And so far, so good. All right, let's re-enable the back. Let's see what's happening there. All right. All right, this is the back here. So what we're going to do, we have the top and the bottom. All right, let's do the back now, this back. So what we have in the back so far is only this. What we want all of these. So let me show you what I mean. Turn off the back, this back here for now. And let's select, go into face mode, left click, select, shift control, and just select all those faces there. Do the same thing here. All right, shift D, right click, P, separate by selection. Let's join this one time with it back. So click on that, control, click on the back, control J. So it's one object now. All right, tab into edit mode, A, M, merge by distance. All right, let's do the same thing for the bottom. And we're going to join that up with our top piece there. So tab into edit mode, face. All right, and just select all those faces at the back there. Shift D, right click, P, selection. All right, now select that, control select back, control J. All right, so it's now one object. So let's go into local view. Press tab into edit mode, press A to select everything. Press M, merge by distance. Let's connect this. Let's connect this here. Double tap G, slide that, snap that there. Double tap G and snap that there. Merge by distance. All right. Now let's connect that here. F, 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 F. All merge by, make sure everything is merged there. All right, so now what happens now is that when we come out of local view, A to select everything, and press in face view, press E. All right, left click, and then SY 0, enter. Great. So now we only have just to adjust just these here. All right. So let's fix that quickly. All right. Snap that there. AM, merge by distance. All right, we have some faces inside there, so let's fix that. Let's select these here. Press H to hide. So you go inside. We still have some extra faces there. Yes, we do. All right, now see, now we already did this side. Let's do the same for the other side. So Alt H to bring those back, and let's go in top view. Alt A, and let's delete this side now. X, and just mirror what we did already on that side. All right. All right, great, and apply that. All right, so now we should have a clean. Yes, make sure face orientation. That's good. All right, just to be sure, A, M, merge by distance. I always do that. All right. All right. And so far, so good. All right. Let's make sure these are joined because we don't want that space there. Let's make sure line this up. All right. And you know what? Let's do that again. Let's mirror that just to be sure. All right. Mirror, enable clipping, apply. All right. So I think everything should be. Something is wrong. Something is not right. I don't know why it's not mirroring properly. It's supposed to. All right. So that's fine. Okay. So again, everything is fine. Let me show you what you're going to do now. Now, let's go into local view and we're going to turn off wireframe and give all of these bevel edge creases. All right. We're going to add a bevel crease to the edges. And then we're going to subdivide it afterwards. All right, so select all the edges, don't leave anything out. Select all the edges. All right, don't forget that one there. Alt Z just to make sure we got everything. Don't forget here and the middle ones. All right, got everything. And bevel weight 1. All right, and to get rid of that, let's do the same thing here. All right, local view, Alt left click, Shift Alt left click, get all the edges. Don't forget those little ones on the corner. All right, the back, Alt Shift left click, we have everything. All right, and have a weight of 1. All right, come out of local view. Let's do the back. All right. Okay, there's a problem here. And I noticed that because when I left click, it's supposed to go all the way around, but it stopped right there. That means that these here are not connected. So let's connect this very quickly. All right. So just hold. Let's snap that. All right. So just select the vertice and just snap it. Are these connected? No. These here, I think we face this up right. So that's good. And now AM merge by distance. Let's make sure the same thing with the other side. So just delete that and add back a mirror modifier. Enable clipping. Right, you still see that edge down the middle there. I'm supposed to see that already. So let's merge that. Again, let's make sure it's merged. Yes, that line down the middle is the problem. If I apply all, let's try again. Right, now we got everything. All right, so now that's why when I alt select, everything selects all the way around. Shift alt select. All right, good. And bevel weight of 1. All right. Now when we let's add the bevel modifier to this bevel and change it to weight because we added a weight on them. 2 segments and 0.002. Enter. And then let's add a subdivision surface modifier in this. Probably about 4. All right. And let's give all of them the same thing. So select, shift select, and select this last. Control L, copy modifiers. All right. Right click, shade smooth, right click, shade smooth, right click, shade smooth. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there's a problem here. There's something here. All right. Anytime you see something like that, 2 things. Either they are double vertices. Yep. just as I thought. All right, so, right. So that's good. That's fixed. All right, so now look at how sweet that looks. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how to create that, what you saw, that nice flowing sort of geometry there. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you. If there's any other questions you have, really, and I'm sorry if there's any, if I went too quickly, if there's anything that I left out. Oh, I forgot to re-enable the cylinder just to see what's happening. Let me just bevel that, Control B, and give this some red rings. All right, Control 2, shade smooth. I just keep the scene. All right, it's like a nice little reference to see what's happening. All right, yeah. All right, so one other problem I forgot to tell you about, you will always have this problem here. So you notice this sticks out, it doesn't follow the curvature there. And that's because we already separated these two, so it must happen. So don't worry about it too much. What you do, as much as you can, select both, tap into edit mode, and just adjust them the best as you can. All right, take your time, and I did that. And of course, when you adjust this, you may have to adjust the top, but do it as best as you can, and it still looks good. If you look at my render, the one that you saw in the thumbnail, so it still looks good. You barely see it, you barely notice it. All right, so that's it, guys. And if there's anything else you want to know, feel free to ask me in the comments, or anything else that you want to find out, maybe about the stitching, about the leather, whatever it might be, and I could probably do another tutorial on that. All right, so take care, guys. Until next time.